So, I was watching this show called LadyLike, and it's on MTV, and it's a show um, about these three women. They're challenging gender norms, and they're just it's a social experiment, hidden camera show. And when I saw the theme or the intro, I was like, why am I not surprised on who's the lead host of the show? Why am I not surprised? You know, it's it's a fat black chick. Um, and I think both all the girls are from Girl Code, that other show on MTV. And but the lead host is a fat black female. I forgot her name, but she hosts the show, and she like during the intro, she's like she's irritated with this silly notion that men can be they can be imperfect, they can mess up, they don't have to have their shit together, and women have to be slim, thin, and they have to be perfect, and it's kind of this over dramaticness. And I'm kind of looking at the show, and it's like, yeah, every time you see two so-called beautiful blonde white women, there's always that um, the black woman who doesn't fit the norm, who is just a complete opposite, you know. And it's just kind of annoying that yet again we have a black woman trying to lead into feminism, and but it just seems like you're only on the feminist tip because you're not winning. I don't know if she has a boyfriend. I don't know her love life or anything, but I just kind of see the stereotypes of the fat black woman, the token fat black woman with the attitude, the finger waving, being surrounded by beautiful blonde women, you know. I've seen a couple episodes, actually I've seen a couple skits, segments and experiments. I really don't like the show. I feel like it's very boring and the show doesn't have a central point, even though they're trying to create dialogue about gender norms and trying to break female stereotypes. The show just kind of lacks in luster because there's no the experiment. Most of the experiments just have no point to it because most of the time they're just being rude or arrogant to random men, and the men just usually play it off or they just ignore them. You know, um, like one time there was an episode where they're trying to I think they were trying to harass men. The fat black chick, she was trying to harass men on um, random pics. She was trying to like go up to them and take pictures of their pants, from the private area. And she was being really obnoxious, but a lot of the dudes just kind of played it off, even though she was unattractive, and they would never date her. They just kind of played it off and just took it as a compliment. Oh, hey, look, he was a random woman noticing my manhood. I'm not gonna fight it. And most of the time, they don't. A lot of the men really just don't care about what these females be doing. There was another segment to where they were challenging chivalry. This was a good epic fail. So they have the two attractive blondes, and they're being nice to men. One chick, she has a jacket, and she puts it over a random dude, and she's kind of babying him. She's trying to what she's trying to do is she's trying to bait him by kind of demasculating him by calling him a baby or talking to him like a child, but it ends up backfiring, and the dudes just play along with it. It's like, hey, thanks, thanks for putting a jacket over me, even though it's not cold. But hey, thank you for doing it. There was another instance where another girl, one of the blondes, one of the white women, um, she put her jacket over a dude's path, and she was like, "Just walk over. I don't want you to mess up your shoes or your clothes." And he, even though there was no water there, he just walked through, and he was like, "Okay, no big deal." And there was another instance where one of the girls, she she was trying to help this guy. Well, none of these guys needed help there, but she just randomly went up to a guy and took his book bag, and she was like, "Oh, this is heavy. You shouldn't be lifting this. You're gonna hurt yourself." And he was kind of like, "Huh?" But he just played along, and he was like, "Okay, well, she's beautiful, she's hot. I'm not gonna argue with her." And that's kind of the thing about chivalry is like, if a girl opens a door for a dude, or if a girl is a random girl is trying to help you, dudes aren't gonna fight it. A lot of these feminists think that dudes are just kind of or happy, hyper masculine, and they're just trying to fight each other over who's more manly. Like, dudes ain't really doing that shit. I find the chivalry episode to be very hilarious when it comes to feminist fails, because they couldn't prove their point of, guys are not going to fight over their manhood between women. It's like if a woman, is trying to do something nice to you, and even if it's sarcastic or it comes off a little emasculating, dudes aren't really going to fight. If a beautiful woman comes up to you and says, "Hey, let me hold this for you," I ain't going to argue. I'm not going to argue. But there was another segment on the same episode um, where the fat chick, she staged a scenario where she's gonna get engaged by a dude, and the crowd knows about the engagement, but they don't know it's a prank. And so she so the dude, is talking. So the dude calls her up, and they're at the diner, and it's like, he proposes to her, and then she rejects him, and the crowd's like all stunned, like, "Oh man, like how could she reject him?" And he loves her, and so she plays. This is so stereotypical. The black woman plays the kind of aggressive hoe, like, "Oh well, we can still sleep with each other. I don't like you like that," and it's like, that's like the thing is like women can reject a proposal if I don't have a problem, even if another thing, a proposal or being engaged is not a guarantee. Um, it's not a guarantee um, passage to marriage, you know. But but rubbed me the wrong way was that one thing that rubbed me the wrong way was that the black chick, she said that women aren't into marriage like that, and I think she tried to pull up some statistic, but there was no numbers, and she just kind of said it out the blue, and it was like, women aren't into marriage like that. Nobody wants to get married anymore. And I'm like, really? You're a black female, and you're talking about women don't want to be married. Okay, okay, you're delusional. Because you like black women know damn well how they feel when they see black men, you know, holding hands or marrying, publicly marrying a white woman. Oh, that self-hating nigga. Oh my God, y'all niggas hate yourself. Oh, y'all hate your mama. That's what. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God, y'all niggas are so self-hating. Y'all niggas want some weak-ass women. Y'all can't handle black women. Oh my God, y'all niggas weak. Oh my God, y'all niggas. It's like y'all niggas this. Y'all niggas. Y'all niggas. Y'all niggas. It's always that. Even though I don't advocate for interracial dating both ways from men and women, from black men and women. But my thing is that we see the point of how marriage between a black man and an Asian, Hispanic, or white woman bothers black women, and the statistics, and you hear the CNN, ABC. News segments and documentaries of how black women are the least likely to be married. They're the least likely to be in a successful marriage. They're more likely to have kids out of wedlock. Then they talk about they're more likely to be teen moms. They're more likely to catch STDs. All this stuff. And so you see my point. Um, so I think that's a bullshit statement that black women don't care about marriage. Um, And you can easily see this with Crystalline Carrison's crowd, with the swirlers. The problem is what? Black men aren't marrying black women, and so what? Black women need to be married by white men, whatever. Um, and even with something as simple as, serious relationships, when you look at online dating sites, black women are yet again making a cry of, oh, we're not being picked, we're not being chosen. I just read an article from Vice. It was an old article, but they just reposted it, and it was about this biracial girl who was annoyed with racism in Tinder, and so she usually has all these guys messaging her, calling her a black queen. I never fucked a black girl. Um, you're the most beautiful black girl I ever seen in my life. Da da da. And she was saying like every time they message me, they always have to reference my black beauty, and they always fetishize me and shit. And so, even in other websites, I've seen this plenty of times, and black women bring it up of how they're the least likely to be um, chosen on online dating sites. You know, th- they don't receive a lot of messages. The messages they do have are trolls and people fetishizing them or asking for casual sex. You know. My thing with all that is that I don't see the point of black women kind of complaining about online dating sites when usually the dudes on there aren't all that, especially even if they're white or not black, even if they're trying to escape the stereotypes of black men. You're going to be rushing into white men who are creeps, serial killers, stalkers, sex offenders, and there's a lot of perverts. So, it's not like you're gonna find quality men on online dating sites. You're not. I've catfished. Um, I catfished on POF just to see what it's like for women. A lot of these comments that dudes leave are very vulgar. They leave very nasty pics, and they don't come off with respect. A lot of dudes are just coming in, like, hey, can we have sex tonight? Me and my boys were looking for someone. You know, do you want to join in on the fun? That's literally how they come across. And that's literally, so it's like I don't really get the point of black women kind of having an uproar about, they not being chosen in online dating sites when it's like, it's not like there's quality men on there, you know. And another thing I don't get is that but to me like black women. See, the thing is with this black women and the singleness is that I never. It's like black women never stay. Um, like they have plenty of options. Maybe it's just the quality of dudes, but I never understood it. The minute a black woman goes single for a day, there's like 20 dudes waiting to get with her. So. I've never really understood the stereotypes of, the forever single black woman, but I guess that's just a problem in quality men versus quantity. But anyways, that's just kind of my video.